Hey Scorpio, how are you? Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. I do have the oracles all set up here. We are going to do the oracles. We put them down first for the week ahead energy. You already know that if you're my ride or die. And then we are going to clarify it with some tarot to find out some details of what is going on in the week ahead. So whether you get this on Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, whether you get this today, tomorrow, next year, it could resonate. It's a general reading. If you are brand new, welcome. If you're here cross-watching, thanks for doing that. Thank you for coming back here if you're the ride or die. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio in the week ahead, please. Scorpio, we have you are never alone. So if you've been feeling alone, I feel like somebody here, maybe you're single, maybe you're just feeling alone, maybe alienated, possibly from friends or family. I want to say that you will be getting some sort of reciprocal energy soon. We have card number 42, which is a 6, and reminding you that you are never alone. I think somebody's going to be reminding you that you're never alone, whether that's spirit or somebody that you know in your life. It says, think on your feet. Card number 27 is a 9. I feel like you are going to be able to think on your feet, but I feel like it's because you've been in hermit energy, making decisions quietly by yourself. It's probably you've been thinking things over a lot, so you are never alone, I think is one of the things that I feel like you're going to realize in this energy of thinking things over or analyzing things. Just one moment here. Think on your feet. I feel like you've got your eye on something here. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got solitude. Look, this is card 27, which is a 9. I feel like there is something that you need to think about or think on before you make the decision, I want to say. And don't make a decision out of loneliness. Just because you're tired of being alone. Don't make a decision out of loneliness. Tell me about Scorpio, please. We got loneliness again. Look at that. I know that I'm never alone. You are never alone. Look, there's a message here, right? The message is you are never alone. And I want to say, make sure that you aren't, again, I'm just going to say it again, make sure you're not making decisions out of feeling lonely. So whether that is to join a group of people, to go out and be social and do something you've never done before that you know is maybe against everything that you usually do, don't be taking invitations just from people, places, just because you're feeling lonely. I want to say that being in solitude is probably better than making wrong decisions. It says healing chaos. You know what? I feel like that's what the energy that you're in. I feel like you are in this energy of the hermit, maybe this energy of wisdom, feeling like, you know what? I'm in the mood of trying to heal chaos. Maybe I just need to be alone for a little while. I want to say that being alone never really equates to loneliness. Whether you're single, I'm talking about, or whether you are in that place in your life where you're building boundaries and friends are dropping off like flies because you're having to build boundaries whilst you're moving from an old vibration to a new vibration. Yeah, you're going through a period of growth is what it feels like here. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I feel like that's what's going on. You're in a situation of healing chaos and being by yourself. And I don't think you feel alone. I feel like you are doing it by yourself, I would say is probably a better way to say it. I don't think that and it's a reminder from the universe, right? That you can have reciprocal energy anytime that you want. But I feel like you're choosing to be by yourself right now, choosing to be away from people. Let's find out what else is going on. Let's get some details on it here. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For some of you who are in a relationship right now, you might be someone who is seeking out some solitude. Solitude is the hermit energy, right? And I think it's for the purpose of figuring something out, healing some sort of chaos you have in the mind here. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. So the reciprocal energy here. And we have the moon energy. It feels like you're like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not sure I want to do that with my time. I feel like you're in the midst of learning some sort of lesson or moving from one vibration to another. I feel as though feels like this this particular night is telling me I'm just going to hold back and hold this cup for myself for this time, for this moment, is what it feels like. But I feel like you can get into this reciprocal energy anytime that you want. You know that you can, but I feel like that's not what you're choosing to do right now. I feel like you're in the midst of learning some sort of lesson with the Page of Swords showing up on the bottom of the deck in the future. It feels like maybe you could be dealing with shadow work, or maybe you're dealing with deep emotions. Look, the new moon is here, and the new moon is in Pisces, and when this new door is opening, maybe you're trying to figure out feelings or how you deeply feel about something, possibly a romantic thing. For some of you, not all of you, of course. Tell me more. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. The King of Swords. You know what? I really do feel like this is a time that you have selected to be alone more and more as I'm looking at it here. It feels like things are about to change. Your feelings about something are going to change. I feel like you will come out of the solitude feeling like you can think on your feet. It feels like I don't think you ever felt alone or lonely while you were in the solitude. I think you put yourself there in hermit energy. And we usually go to the hermit energy because we are trying to reconcile something within ourselves, or we just need time to think something out. I think you're trying to calm the mind. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is here telling me it's destiny, that this is a turning point in your life, Scorpio, that you are deciding when you are going to reach out to people. Instead of people assuming that you're just always going to be there, I feel like you've stopped sort of running to the aid of people. You're a person who likes to save people from their stuff, right? I feel like this Wheel of Fortune energy is telling me that something is changing here in the way that you practice your giving and taking with people. I feel like it's a boundary you're putting up, some sort of a boundary, because the King of Swords is here and being very honest with themselves and everyone around them, because the King of Swords is making the best decision for everyone involved. So the moon energy, it tells me that I feel like this moon energy that you will be cutting through with some sort of clarity coming up in the future energy in the week ahead here. But I feel like it took you a long time to get there. This is also Scorpio energy, right? Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, but also Sagittarius. I feel like you are expanding the heart space. It feels like, Jupiter energy here, that there's some sort of a heart space expansion that's going on right now. But I feel like it has to be, although it's expansion of the heart space here, I feel like it's got to be very strategic and literal for you. It feels like it's very cautious and careful, that you're making a very cautious decision about what's going to happen next here. Tell me more. We've got the 10 of Cups. So I feel like you're ready to make some sort of a big decision. And it might be something about maybe entering into a family way, or that I've decided after being in this moon energy, thinking about things on my own, being in solitude, I feel like it's that you're very happy to be amongst people again, maybe amongst the family. But it also feels like you've made some sort of a decision, a clear decision to be happy. This is intentional, because the King of Swords is very intentional. So I feel like it feels like you just needed a time out, I want to say. I feel like you needed a time out, needed time for you. And so you pulled back a little bit. And I don't feel like you felt alone. I feel like, the universe was there with you. And I feel like it's about loneliness. You're never alone. I feel like the solitude here is what you needed. And so I feel like you were able to stay in the hermit energy because you did not feel alone. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Six of Swords. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. So it feels as though there was some sort of a change going on, I want to say. A change, a transformation. It was time for you to sort of pull back your energy, pull it back to yourself, and figure out what it is that you actually want when it comes to, romantic relationships, platonic relationships, relationships with the family. I really just do feel it was a pullback here, because it feels like it was a chaotic energy. I feel like there was a lot of people pulling on your energy. It could be friends, it could be work. I feel like what you needed to do was pull back to get a little bit more confidence in your emotional energy. It sounds to me like you're turning into the King of Cups is what it does. Because the King of Cups, although very deep, has good boundaries, right? Somebody who's very emotionally intelligent, doesn't blow up, emotionally at the sight of something that's going wrong, but also being very stoic on the surface. So just making sure that, that I don't give away all my secrets, essentially. So it feels like this Three of Pentacles tells me you could be doing that with friends and family. 9 Pentacles tells me you had to pull back your energy to get more stable, because I feel like you were giving and giving and giving to a lot of people. Like it says reciprocal energy is what it's supposed to be for the 6 of Pentacles, but every single depiction I've seen of the 6 of Pentacles always shows someone giving with someone else's hands open. So I feel like you were giving a lot to people. You weren't necessarily getting anything in return, and I think something here had to change with that. I think you needed better boundaries is what it feels like here. Tell me about this King of Swords. I think you needed better emotional boundaries. Like I feel like you feel very deeply, and so I feel it's like you don't need people playing on your emotions. You had to get in control of your emotions, right? This King of Swords here. We've got the 8 of Cups. Yeah, it feels like you are I feel like you were getting too far into your emotions with something, and it feels like you felt like people were able to maybe manipulate you a little bit, and it feels like that was a little bit chaotic for you. But we have the 6 of Swords, and that's leaving the chaos to go to the calm. And I feel like the calm for you is, I'm going to start again. I'm going to start with a good, stable foundation and a very confident emotional foundation, which is in fact the King of Cups. And I'm going to deal with things more on a detached emotional basis. I think I'm going to deal with things more on a logical basis. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So it does feel like detaching emotionally, leaving emotional situations that I want to say that aren't your fault, or things. I feel like you're taking a look at things from a distance now, rather than getting into the middle and trying to save people or trying to get them to act right. The Knight of Wands in the reverse is telling me I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved there. I'm just going to detach from it. And this is something new that is beginning for you. It's like, I'm going to try this out. Instead of running in and saving people all the time, I'm just going to detach, because I feel like it's taking up a lot of your time. Why did you make this change, though? Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. I think that things are moving forward, by the way, financially for you. I feel like in the week ahead, I feel like you're going to get some good financial news, which is going to give you a lot of stability in your financial life, I want to say, whether that's home, hearth, job, whatever it is. But I feel like it's something you've put a lot of work into, for sure. It does feel like you don't know that it's coming, but I feel like this could be the boss, and this could be somebody who's making the decision about that. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, please. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I said 6 and 3 is 9, and 9 shows up. So it does feel like that there is some sort of information that you're getting about your financial foundation here. I feel like you're able to release some financial obligations that have been haunting you, is what it feels like. There is a release here. It feels like you've been maybe worrying about money, or it feels like something that was on the brain. Maybe somebody tried to take money from you. Maybe it was a banking mistake, but it feels like there's a financial fluctuation that wasn't making you happy. And I feel like in the week ahead, you are going to have more stability or confidence, or that error that the bank made. Maybe they took a double mortgage payment. If there's a financial thing that is making you feel like I'm financially strapped, that time is over. I feel like it's the release of that. And I feel like that if it is an error of numbers, or somebody data entered something wrong, I think that comes to a result that is going to be favorable for you. I think that you really are learning to deal with things in a very detached way when it comes to your emotions. And so I feel like there is somebody here, like you're not just born the King of Cups, right? You have to learn that. And I feel like somebody really is learning that, but I think you learned it in solitude. I feel like this 10 of Cups is telling me that it's ultimate happiness that you have here. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Death card, and we have the 6 of Cups. It does feel like there is transformational energy as it pertains to your stability. Or maybe you're going to revamp the home or build a room or decorate something. It feels like there's transformational energy going on with the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is the one who's planting the garden. So the taking care of their body, taking care of themselves, taking care of their stability on their own, doing their own thing. And I feel like that there is transformational stuff that's coming up it feels like the way that you maybe give to others, I want to say. Maybe the way you give to your family. Maybe you were giving too much to your family. It could be that as well. And so I feel like that is about to change in the week ahead, because it feels like you've really had some time to spend by yourself in the solitude, in this hermit energy, and be alone with your thoughts and get out of this chaotic energy of this. And I feel like it's growth that you were going through. That's why you pulled away, so you could you could expand your consciousness and your awareness, and it brings you back to a place of balance. It says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So judgment of the self, I mean. So I feel like that's what you're doing, that in the week ahead, you might pull back from people just to get it straight for yourself, so you can go in with a clear path or pattern or thought process and not being manipulated emotionally by people. And you would have to be the King of Cups to do that, because the King of Cups is the one who is emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware. We do have the Ten of Pentacles. I really feel like whatever you've got going on in your pentacle world in terms of house, home, maybe recreating a room, or maybe building a room. It feels like something is being renovated. I want to say it could be your finances that are being renovated. It really does feel that somebody was feeling like, maybe I was down to my last few bucks, and then maybe the bank took their payment, maybe put you into arrears, and it feels like that is a mistake. And it might be just a dip that you might worry about. It's nothing to be terrified about. It feels like a speed bump. It feels like if that is something that you're dealing with, please know that if it happens, it's going to be rectified within the week. Okay, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.